Hi, I am Claire Tolbert. I am your Dallas Director of Women Who Code DFW. I am here with Jordan, one of our recent members who is getting the spotlight on her for January 2019. So we're just going to ask her a couple questions, get to know her a little bit. So I want to get started in general, big picture. How did you get into coding and technology in general?
So I went to school to be an English teacher. After doing that for a couple of years, I was like, I need a change. And I always thought that computers were really cool. I grew up doing like HTML, CSS on Neopets. Super cool kid. And so I just like had an interest in it. And so when I saw that boot camps were a thing and it was something I could theoretically like move into, I decided to take the jump.
Nice. How long ago was that you made the transition?
Not even that long ago. Last August.
August. So in July, still a teacher. August started learning, and then you graduated from boot camp when?
November.
And now?
And now I work for a startup downtown as a back-end developer.
So talk to us.
Sorry, an application engineer. I keep calling myself the wrong thing. But I do work on the back end.
Let's talk about calling yourself the wrong thing. How do you feel? I know that you've felt a little bit of disconnect between application engineer versus back end. How have you felt sort of consciously calling yourself an application engineer now?
I think it's very much more just the industry, like the industry that I'm in is like application design, right? But I'm new to it, so I've never thought of it that way. And like in boot camp, because we were only there for 3 months, like everything was very black and white. Like you're either working on the server, that was your back end, or you were working on the front end. And you're like, oh, you're a full stack developer now, right?
Do they do the jazz hands at graduation?
Always.
I got 0 jazz hands at graduation, so I was robbed.
No, but we did have both of the mobile apps fail at graduation, so not my team. My team didn't fail. We good. No, but it is kind of interesting because that's the conversation I had with my boss. I was like, what is my job title? I asked a month and a half into working there.
So let's sort of talk about what you do there. If back-end developer is more specific, if you're just doing back-end stuff, but I think you do UI stuff too.
Yeah, so I kind of have been doing both because our development team is so small. We only have 6 developers at all, 5 developers and an architect, really. And so when I got there, we had a need for an admin portal so that our people who like control, our data and everything from who are not tech people, they couldn't insert anything into the database. Like they literally would just send us information on Slack, and we would be like, all right, adding this into the database for you.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was bad. So that's when I came in, I was put in charge of building the solution for that.
Okay.
So I started with that, and so that was my first like mini app that I created so that our vehicle guys could put their information in.
Awesome. So Alto is a ride-hailing service downtown, which is really cool. So you get like free rides everywhere downtown, right?
I do, and it's amazing. So Alto is a really cool kind of fill-in-the-gap company. So like over 50% of women have said that they are uncomfortable taking a Lyft or an Uber on their alone. And so we said, what can we do to fix that? And so we have done a lot of things safety precaution-wise with our ride-hailing service, so that you feel safe. You feel safe going alone. You feel safe putting your teenage daughter in a vehicle to go. And so we just launched a couple months ago, and we're already have like a bunch of subscribers, and we're growing like way faster than we thought we were going to. And
it's a good problem to have.
Right. So it's really cool. And so we have a fleet of cars that belong to Alto. So we control what the car and the environment is like, and we have full-time drivers, so we control who the drivers are. And so you cut out a lot of the guesswork that goes into just like sharing someone's car on ride sharing.
It's really exciting.
Yeah.
I saw you all have numbered license plates too, which I think is really cool. I'm gonna get one that just says Claire 1.
Yeah, so if you'll see them around town. It says Alto all over the car, but yeah, the license plate is Alto 1, or you'll have Alto 26 is coming to get you, and then you can actually tell your app to like blink the front lights.
The grill, I saw that on
like
Instagram.
So it's really
It's
neat.
beautiful. It's so cool. You can set the vibe to the music and tell the driver if you don't want to chat. Like,
Yes.
I just got back from a 12-hour flight. Please
Yep.
let me let.
There's a do not disturb mode. And it, like, our drivers are like super polite and so nice, and I love chatting with them, but they're like super good about, like, do not disturb mode, we don't talk, and it's great. It's actually one of my favorite features too. It's the morning, no.
So now let's sort of switch gears. I want to talk about more personally, what's something that motivates you to just sort of continue to excel in what you're doing, whether it's professionally or personally?
So I'm really passionate about education, so I initially went into education because I was one of those change the world type people. But I was noticing, I actually read this book called Programmed Inequality, and it kind of spurred, it's by Mar Hicks, she's amazing, you should follow her on Twitter, she's amazing. Hist of Tech is her ad. She's really great. She literally inspired me to get into tech at all, because her book is about how women we were doing the desk work, right? And so when programming started, we were the ones at the desks. So we were the ones creating programs, and we were the ones doing the math, and we were the ones who started it. And then people started to realize, oh, this is the industry, right? Like, this is what's gonna take off. This is what's important. So they literally had the women train men to do their jobs, and then put the men as managers over them, and slowly took women out of the workforce. So I read that and I was like, dang, what can I do? And so I was like, I could do it. I could go into the industry. And so I had already known about Girls Who Code. And I saw that I was at like a STEM for high school conference, and I was like, that is amazing. I would totally love to be involved in that, getting girls into the industry. And then when I got into boot camp, I got invited to Women Who Code, and I was like, there's a women's version of this, and I was so excited. And then you guys are doing exactly what I've been wanting to do. You're educating, and you're bringing in women. You're creating a space where women in the workforce can be empowered. And it's really amazing. It makes myself cry. But
It feels pretty good.
Yeah.
So what's next? What's on the horizon? What's 5, 10, 15? You want to go more architecture, more VP? You just going to become president? What's the goal?
I definitely feel like I'm going to be a CTO one day.
Oh, all right.
But also, I'm working on a team of 6, so I'm looking at our CTO.
You could be the CTO.
I can do that. No, but seriously, I really think that leadership is really cool, and that's something I'm really passionate about. And if we have more women in leadership roles, then we can obviously empower more women that way.
Yay.
So
definitely. I love that. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'm so happy that you're a member and you continue to succeed and do so well, and it just frankly makes Women Who Code look good. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. We're going to try to do a spotlight per month. Keep me honest. And if you enjoyed this video, then subscribe, and there will be more.
Like and subscribe.
Like and
Links
subscribe.
Totally do.